damn it.
Happy birthday, dear Walter. Happy birthday.
My friends, art and poetry are collective endeavors. Every one of you has had an intimate or non-intimate moment with me about art, intellectuality, the region, and wherever Mark Woolley is. Mark, thank you for...
He's in the region.
Mark! Woolley, thank you! Thank you! Anyway, there are many friends here. If certain people didn't buy art, they know who they are. This wouldn't happen either. Jerry, Vicente, others. Yeah. No. Turn to Mark Woolley. Mark Woolley, come here. You had faith. Did anyone else have faith? Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau are dead. Maybe Walt and Mark, you know, the odd couple here. No, without a community gallery like this that takes chances on, I hate the word outsider, bohemian, crackpot, strange people like me. What's your name, kid? You're the future. Remember this. Remember this.
The other outside artist that everybody's asking about is Annie Gergich is called several times. She's on her way. And those of you that know Annie will know
that's your aunt! Oh my God!
She will arrive. She's worth waiting for.
Tell the people what Annie's. What's Annie like? What do you remember about your aunt? And that's her working. Tell us.
She's kind of crazy.
You're waiting for your aunt. But anyway, without, you know, and the gall darn Oregonian, you know, they give me this, I'm Walt Whitman, born again, blah, blah, blah. What they did put in there, though, is that the Pacific Northwest, Cascadia, we live in a country like France or Spain to be born in the next, or Germany in the next 1,000 years, and we have to respect this region's literature, its art, its artists, all the way 10,000 years back to the indigenous people here, and 10,000 years into the future. We are all, let Cascadia be born, let the bioregion be born, and I'm only one of many, many artists, and I'm not sure that I'm the best. But I do know how to... I'm not sure, but I'm taking bets. I'm taking bets. So anyway, I went on Mountain Hood, storm to the beach and play with a Dungeness crab and whoever else you can play with down there. This is your place, and protect, bring the salmon back. That's my wish. When the salmon come back, Williams of Cascadia, it's ours. Revel in it. Willie will become rich and famous and pay me. Okay.
Don't tell your wish.
I love all of you. It's your birthday too. Now don't leave. Okay, I won't do one. Oh my God, I have to read up there too. Mark, do you have that? So where should we do it? Sport. I want to say that 20 years of She Who Watches Me tells me that there may be a mother goddess of the North American continents beside the Virgen de la Guadalupe, which I feel is another. Archetypes are everywhere, but I encountered this image of She Who Watches in 1987, and 1983, I mean 1980, even earlier. And that's when I really wrote this poem, which says 2001, it's wrong. But you know, I talked with Ed Edmo about this, and he's a Wasco. And you know, with his energy capping and all of that, if we could only bring Celilo Falls back, if we could only rescue Willamette Falls from the paper mills, if we could only make sure our fish runs come back. And the only line that I regret on this poem that I'm going to read about She Who Watches is mean old woman. Native people, women, feel that she wasn't mean. I mean, you know, that she was really guarding over her people. She was guarding over her people, and yes, the white epidemics came from 1700 to 1840, and lots of people died, and one anthropologist named Kaiser claimed she was a death cult. Well, Lillian Pitt, who was a great artist of our community, her grandmother grew up, a great-grandmother grew up at Wishram, or sometimes called Wisham, but they felt of her probably like a lot of us feel about the Virgin Mary, or, you know, the great woman force in the world, the goddess of the universe before patriarchy and males took over. So I'm just going to read this poem, but you've got to catch a couple of things. Coyote, excuse me for the children here, but is a male guy with a long tongue and a long phallic member, and that's all he talks about, you know. And he's the one who put her up on the cliff, according to the Indian tale. Now, he may have put her up on the cliff at the time. He's called the Transformer. I actually knew some Native people who thought Coyote was like Jesus Christ, another male transformer. And, you know, but we do know that there was long woman heritage there, long before Coyote, the male guy with the long tongue and the long member, came loping by. But okay, so it's a trouble how to say her. I don't know. People kind of slur it because real Chinook has glotals, and I don't know. Is it Shigaligla? Is it Shigaligla? I'm going to take my own shot at it. There was an A in there, it's different spellings. Sagalala. I'm going to say Sagiglala. Sagiglala. La 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 la. No, the L's. Sagiglala. So Sagiglala. Anyway, or She Who Watches, and they said 19th century, Edward S. Curtis, the great photographer, went through there, and he's the one who wrote down the myth about Coyote and She Who Watches at Wishram. Anyway, maybe she wasn't a mean old woman. Here's the poem. Mean old woman at Wishram who looked down on the people. Well, she's on a rock looking down at the river. So, loping by, Coyote stopped, questioned your power, transforming you into a stone face, painted reddish brown with double circle eyes. Each day you glower at Amtrak as it passes, awaiting the cataclysm which will end the modern world, bursting the Dell's Dam, releasing drowned Celilo Falls. Perhaps then the great salmon runs will return and women will again be chiefs. Okay, that's the poem. And my friend John Gogol, who was here earlier, he wrote Native American Masterpiece. He was saying this bear woman figure doesn't just come from the death period, 1700 or 1840. She is an image of a mother bear guarding over her people. She is a mother bear watching over the great Columbia River ecosystem. And I see her as an icon to bridge the Native American, even prehistoric past with the future. Why shouldn't we have our mother goddess bear watching over the river, the people, and the salmon runs? So I think that both Native people and whites could respect her power. I know I do. I'm a little fearful of it, and actually, as I hesitate here for a moment, I really do. I have this thing around my neck. I always wear it, and it came out of a gravesite. This is a replica, but this image came out of a gravesite. They were found in the cremation sites. But I do think it's time for a mother goddess, for female energy to come back into the world and to offset patriarchy. So, without boring us here, it's warm. I honor you, She Who Watches. The twins are characters. They have feet in both worlds. They're known as the creators. And who are they? Which world?